Paisley Pool.
Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Paisley Poole, and today was the NBA trade deadline, and Kevin Durant remains in Phoenix. The Suns did not end up trading the four-time NBA scoring leader, but they did make a move right before the deadline.
Have one last look at Sun Devil football's uniforms tonight, for this will be the last time we see the Pac-12 patch. Leadership has always come naturally to Chris Dixon on the field, whether that be as a quarterback or a coach.
General Manager Monty Austinfort says they need to stay flexible, but if they stick with the pick, here's what they're looking for. Brian Johnson has worked here 37 years and been here for 236 home games. He may not make any touchdowns or call any plays, but ASU football would not be the same without him. Rivalry games can be thrilling, especially between Arizona State and the University of Arizona. Sun Devil softball took on the number 10 Wildcats, and Tanner Buck is here to tell us more. Sitting here with Luke Moga, Oregon quarterback at his former high school, as well as mine, Sunny Slope in Phoenix, Arizona. We're here to talk about his journey and learn a little bit more about him. Luke? NIL has been a hot topic in college sports like baseball ever since it was introduced. But many current major leaguers missed out on the opportunity to cash in.
But under the surface, the main focus of the Chicano Basketball League is to highlight and empower Hispanic athletes who may be overlooked.
ASU football's defense turned heads last year and hopes to keep the momentum going into next season. With spring practice underway, the team added 2 new faces to their secondary from the Big Ten.
I saw the photos. I was at the game in Texas, the celebration when ASU football won the Big 12 championship. Please tell me every feeling, every emotion that you feel.
It's playoffs. One team advances and one team goes home. What are you telling these guys before they run out of that AMDG helmet blow-up tunnel? We watched your face during Zealand Danielson's touchdown there. A bit of, obviously you were very happy and very shocked. Tell us about that. For Varsity Sports, I'm Paisley Poole here with player of the game, sophomore Ryder Noche. First of all, Ryder, wow, 94-yard kickoff return. How did that feel? I saw you zigzagging through them. Pat's Run is an annual fundraiser for the Pat Tillman Foundation, which supports military service members and veterans. At 7:05 a.m., when the first corral of runners broke through the tape, participants, regardless of their abilities, displayed their resilience.
It's really important that we keep it going and show others, get out here. Doesn't matter what you have. There's no hurdles. Walk, run, roll, doesn't matter. Get out of here.
With every stride, walk, jog, or even roll, the 30,000 participants and volunteers at the annual Pats Run all tell a different story, but they all are here for the same purpose, which is to honor Pat Tillman, a hero who sacrificed himself for his country. Current service member, like ASU ROTC alum and now Lieutenant Jack Fruce, decided to complete the race in his 88-pound EOD-9 Army bomb suit with his helmet on.
I'm a big Pat Tillman fan. He has been my personal hero for years. So I thought it'd be really cool to come down here, take some leave, and run this race in his honor in this big old bomb suit.
Another participant who completed the race despite his diagnosis of early onset Parkinson's in 2021 was Mark Milo, and now he is an advocate for those facing the same disease.
I didn't want to go into my shells. I wanted to go out there and do something about it, and that's something I could do positively to impact the community.
2 decades later, Pat Tillman's legacy still touches the lives of so many people, and with his foundation for many years to come. In Tempe, Paisley Poole, Cronkite News. The nonprofit organization Prison Fellowship Angel Tree makes it possible for adults who are serving time in prison to sign their children up for various sports camps, and at Central Christian Church in Mesa, a basketball camp.
A lot of these kids are coming in with the burden of having an incarcerated parent, and there may be shame associated with that, but then they get to walk in and see 300 people who are going through exactly what they're going through.
Brandon Johnson is a camp mentor, a standout at the University of San Diego who had quick stints with the Phoenix Suns and Washington Wizards in the Summer League before being sentenced 6 months in prison for sports bribery charges.
I went to prison also, and I have a son, so I played basketball at one of the highest levels, and so with Prison Fellowship is doing these camps with Angel Tree is just an amazing thing for my life.
Johnson is now a motivational speaker and founded nonprofits of his own to educate kids on life skills.
And while the kids are dribbling and bouncing basketballs in the gym, parents are receiving mentorship and networking with each other to find hope in this time of their lives.
When you finally find that one person you can open up to, it's a wonderful experience.
Kids were able to leave with new Nike shoes and some basketball skills, while parents left with knowing they weren't alone. In Mesa, Paisley Pool, Cronkite News. At Canyon View High School in Waddell, teams from Arizona and even a few from California showed out to play in the Chicano Basketball League's annual showcase. Players wore colorful uniforms with cultural references in the designs, created by co-founder and event leader Joe Leone.
And to see family members all the way from grandfathers and grandmothers come here and cheer their grandkids on, or great-grandkids, or see the kids, that's exactly what this organization stands for.
The event also consisted of food trucks, wrestling in the courtyard, and a showcase of lowriding vehicles. But most importantly, family time.
To give back to the communities, to be a testimony, to be a leader in my community, to be a father figure to my kids, to my wife, and everything else. But more than anything is to give back and show the love that we never grew up having.
Basketball brings the community together along with the Mexican food and wrestling rink beside me here. But under the surface, the main focus of the Chicano Basketball League is to highlight and empower Hispanic athletes who may be overlooked.
Stay positive and stay straight and go to school and listen to your parents. And that's what CBI was doing, and that's what CBI has taught us.
Hoops, heritage, and community is what the Chicano Basketball League is all about, but the event itself is not the best kept secret. For it is the young athletes who may not have a chance otherwise to receive the recognition they deserve. In Waddell, Paisley Pool, Cronkite News. Fans, I'm also your host, Paisley Pool, and tonight let's talk about our starting quarterback, Sam Levitt. Levitt is a redshirt freshman transfer from Michigan State who has thrown 11 touchdowns for the Sun Devils this season. He is also ranked second nationally for offensive players as a freshman. Let's give it up for our quarterback, Sam Levitt. Good afternoon, baseball fans. I'm your host, Paisley, and welcome to beautiful sunny Phoenix Municipal Stadium, where your Devils are taking on their arch rivals, the Arizona Wildcats. And our starting pitcher on the mound, Jaden Alba. This will be the final game of the series. Let's see what the Devils can do. It's time for the Sprouts Farmers Market 40 over 40. We have our two contestants here, Rob and Owen, squaring off for the 40-yard dash. All right, guys, are you ready?